I am Bobby. I am one of the drivers for Blowfish Tequila car 3906.
I'm Joey Jones. I'm the co-driver for 3906.
We're here for the Baja 500. So Blowfish Tequila is sponsoring a stock pro class UTV, and we're here to kick some ass, take some names. So SCORE puts on a number of races every year. There is a San Felipe 250, there's a 400, there's a 500, and there's a 1,000. The 500 it's a big race. It's a grueling race. Typically it's a loop. Sometimes it goes one direction and ends somewhere south. But this year it's a 488-mile loop back to Ensenada. Pretty grueling. We've already pre-ran 120 miles the last 2 days on our bikes. And we've had some rough sections, man. We're gonna have to really be mindful to get that car to the finish. But as far as the Baja 500, it's a prestigious race. We're super stoked to have Blowfish Tequila sponsor the car. And man, this is a big challenge and we're stoked to do it. We have a great team behind us and I think we got a good chance of doing well. So it's a Can-Am Maverick car, brand new vehicle, badass. Like, never driven a UTV that handles like this car. I mean, we went and tested that car a couple months ago and we were going 106 uphill in a whip section. I mean, this thing just fucking fires.
Yeah.
But we're racing the stock pro UTV class, which means you're not allowed to upgrade motor or anything like that, turbos or anything like that. So it's stock motor, stock drivetrain. But suspension can be upgraded, and then also all the additions that you need, which is a roll cage and all these kind of things that SCORE requires you to have so that you can be safe and be successful. My role will be driving the second half of the race. I will get in the car at race mile 240. Joey will be my co-driver, navigator.
Throwing out the car, I mean, we'll just make sure that the car is good itself, you know, getting through the race course, making sure that we are on track, giving Bobby the assistance that he needs to get it to the finish at mile 480. Try to put it on the podium.
We have Mark 1 Metalworks who prepped the car. Mark Leverett will be driving the first half with his daughter, Maddie Leverett. You know, we've raced this many times, tons of experience. We're gonna kick some ass, but we have a huge team here. Tons of family and friends, just nothing but rock solid guys. And we've just been having a blast on it. We're pre-running on motorcycles and we've been having some fun doing it.
Oh yeah. Responsibilities wise as a co-driver to me is just making sure that, you know, Bobby has the assistance that he has, making sure we are on course, calling out race miles, you know, communicating with our chase team, just understanding the lay of the land with where we're at, just navigating us through and getting us through the finish to the podium. Yeah, so we got onboard comms as well, and then as well as we do have, you know, reach out to chase teams as well with where we're at, depending on mileage throughout canyons or mountains or, you know, throughout the open land.
Yeah, the whole time in the car we'll have comms, we'll have communication with our chase team within 10 to 15 miles. If something goes wrong beyond that, then we got to get in touch with Weatherman, and then he will communicate our position and what we got going on to our team.
Baja score-wise, they run a device called Stella, different
Safety
from,
device.
yeah, safety device itself. They run different from, you know, other races as well, associations. So it's a huge safety guideline for us. So it helps us, all of us, out as racers. So
yeah, it gets us home alive. So when you go to pre-run, the reason that you pre-run your course or your section is so that you can learn the different highlighted areas, the dangers. You know, they call them car eaters. So you'll have little sections that can surprise you and that you can roll off into a ravine. I mean, guys die every year. But, you know, that's the reason why we pre-run, so that we can learn each section and we know what we're up against so that we can make it home safe. But yeah, there are a lot of challenges. I mean, yesterday we were pre-running and we rode through a wildfire. You know, there's a lot of dangers out here. But there's a ton of challenges. I mean, just getting the car home safe and not broken, that's the main challenge. But beyond that, you know, there's so many different things that can go wrong. You got to have a lot of planning. You got to have a good set of guys behind you, guys and girls, to help you and make sure we all make it back. So when you break, which we have before, number one challenge is getting off the track safe. Number two challenge is getting in touch with your crew so that they can come and find you. It's really a challenge because the comms only work so far. But luckily we have weatherman to be able to bridge that gap. But beyond that, we've been broke before at 100 miles from La Paz in BFE like you wouldn't believe, and had to wait it out 3-4 hours in the rain just till somebody can come save you after you've been in the car for 14 hours. You're delirious and you're cold and just beat, but just so many challenges.
What we have is also not us as just drivers and co-drivers itself, but we have a chase team that's involved as well, that these guys put the time in, the effort to come out here to the Baja, experience the time with us, not let alone that, but just coming around and just adapting all together. So, I mean, they definitely are tremendous to us. It wouldn't be a Baja without these guys. I mean, they make it possible. We have Garrett, film, photographer. Then we have Brian, OG.
Stepdad, Papa. OG. Old guy.
Old guy, not original gangster.
We have, Mark Leverett, who is a wealth of knowledge. We got his better half, Wendy. We have Mark's daughter, Maddie. We also have Mark's other daughter, Nicole, coming. Mm-hmm. We have a number of our team from Blowfish, which is Garrett, Kevin, a couple other guys, David and Young, who are coming down at the end of the week. Good buddy of mine named Damon, who came from Seattle just to come and kick some ass with us. We got a great team, great number of people that are making this happen. We really appreciate it.
What do you think? What do you feel?
Arm pump. If we don't know, but bikes were kind of a last minute choice during this journey, and we decided to put some bikes together and be able to pre-run this, to make it happen. So for what I say is just, bikes itself, making sure the bike's going to make it, not alone us. I mean, physical, hydration wise, Ducati kind of helps with that throughout the night, and then drink water through the day.
Water in there. When you're pre-running on a motorcycle, it's a whole different deal. Physically, as far as preparation goes, you got to make sure you have something that's going to get you there. But beyond that, you got to keep yourself safe. We were pre-running together, so we got to make sure that we're waiting for each other and knowing what your partner has going on. But also, physically, you got to prep. We're in pretty good shape. We didn't ride much. It was kind of a last minute move, but both of us have crazy experience. I mean, I've been watching him since he was probably 6 years old riding motorcycles, and I grew up riding motorcycles, and we know we can count on each other because this isn't our first rodeo.
Oh yeah.
So I think that number one is knowing that you have somebody you can count on that's with you. That's huge.
Expectations for myself is to be able to get the car across the finish, being able to be assistance to do so. We will get the car at mile 280.
About 250.
250.
Yeah.
Be able to get that car at mile 250 and be able to carry that thing across the finish line. So all in all is to finish it, but I mean, first in class would be great as well.
Main goal is to finish,
yeah.
But man, I hope we kick some ass and fucking win this someday.
Coyote
cows.
Coyote cows, man. I mean, just the experience. Being out here with your friends and family and creating great memories in such a beautiful, amazing place. I mean, we are so blessed to be able to come do this. And we're so blessed that the people and the locals welcome us with open arms.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, the most exciting part is the journey. It's not the finish. It's not the result. The most exciting part is just us making this happen together and overcoming all the challenges that come with the Baja Puppet.
Let alone stabbling inside of coyote cows.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on night 2. We never thought we'd be here, let alone roll into a Thai restaurant in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, he's making the best food for us, taking care of all of us, man. Made my bed and this morning took care of everything. So we're Blowfish Tequila. Stoked to be at the Baja 500. We're gonna kick some ass. Thanks to Mark One Metalworks. Thank you to Michael Cycle Works. And let's fucking go. Let's kick some ass.